Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another exciting rendition of Battle Royale Zelda 1 randomizer style here on Randomania. I am Random Effect alongside Trenton. How you doing?
Doing all right. These have been a blast to see. They come fast, they come furious. And two runners now stand to fight for the title of Champion of the Routers Relish.
Yeah, so this is a special of the Battle Royale series, a very interesting concept that Zarnax42 came up with as leader of the tournament, wherein the runners get the seed. They play the same flags each week, and they get the seed 1 week in advance in order to play it and route it. And then we are seeing the culmination of up to a week's worth of work here between our two finalists, Eunos XX and CaptainGreen7, two tremendous players in the vanilla game and in the randomizer. It's no surprise to see them in the finals here.
Yeah, none of the runners in this one have been a surprise. If you've ever sat there at the end of a rando and thought, geez, if I just knew where those items were, I could have done this so much better. Well, that's really exactly what we have tonight.
Yeah, indeed. This is going to be most weeks have been about 20 minutes on the entire clear. We'll see how our runners are going to do it tonight. I'm going to get you a quick. Oh, go ahead.
No, you just have an echo going on.
Oh, yeah, I'm not sure why. Anyway, just to give you a heads up on the flags, there is a random overworld quest, which in this case is actually going to be mixed. You do see on the screen right now, we have labeled where all the levels are, where the swords are, and where the any roads are, because this is a known seed to everybody. So we wanted to give you that at least as we move forward. And it looks like we might be off pretty shortly.
Yeah, one of the fascinating things about the way this one broke out, this is a little bit of a spoiler, but hey, that's the whole theme of this. With the white sword being in level 9, there's no ability to upgrade the combat from that wood sword. I mean, you could dig out dungeons for hearts, but it's just not going to pay off.
Yeah, indeed, and we are off.
They each have a sword. I need to move the other direction faster, I guess. Trying for bombs now, which is going to be very important. How fast they're able to pick up those bombs.
And Eunos looks like he got a drop. That's really nice.
Captain Green did not, so early chance at some route divergence, but the Dark Nuts and the Overworld, they pay off for Captain Green. Now each has bombs.
Yep, they both got the bombs. One important thing there to see was that those orange dark nuts went down in one hit. We are at plus or minus 4 HP on the enemy sets and plus or minus 2 HP on the boss sets. And we have a little bit of a route divergence going on. Captain Green, I believe, immediately went into level 5, whereas Eunos is going up and going into level 7. Very interesting.
Yeah, so level 5 is the pursuit of the recorder. 7 to get that ladder as fast as possible. Ladder could open up exploration a little bit faster.
Yeah, and the coast item. Do we want to tell what the coast item is?
Yeah, I think it's very important because it goes to show what Eunos is thinking here.
Yeah, so the coast item is the red candle, and so Eunos is going to pick up his ladder and probably go get that red candle as his fire source. Captain Green picking up, going into level 5, as you mentioned, picking up the recorder, which with this mixed quest overworld is actually going to be required.
Yeah, it could also potentially set him up for moving around the world faster. Have to see how that goes. Obviously, that's an interesting decision, Captain Green not routing that key in.
Yeah,
so
that is.
Obviously, you know what you need, but that surprises me.
Yeah, with it just on the ground right there, and those were blue bubbles, so they weren't like gonna hinder him moving forward. Very interesting decision there, but he is out of level 5, and Eunos was out of level 7, moved into, I believe, level 6. And yep, that was level 6. There it went.
Nice and quick, and if you know you don't need things like Save the Book out of level 6, you can really get out of them quick.
Yeah. And so yeah, we see Eunos clearing out the northeast here, and Captain Green is going to be joining him shortly. Zarnax42 asks in chat, do we know if the recorder warps are to the old or the new dungeons? Because that is a random flag that is on in this flag set. I do not know the answer to that, actually.
Yeah, I imagine it's something that's going to come up on Captain Green's side, because if we went recorder first, it's either just because it was closer to start or because he does intend to use the recorder at some point.
Yeah. Eunos is picking up the Triforce out of level 2 as Captain Green finds his ladder in level 7. And yeah, this is how it goes. It's going to be quick, quick, quick. Only necessary items, Triforce and go.
So you know your margin is very thin. You pretty well got to get things on the first try or you're going to be concerned.
Yeah, most of what we've seen in this this battle royale is that deaths are very punishing. Most people that are eliminated each week are mostly due to deaths that happen. So as long as both of these runners can stay alive, it's going to be a pretty close race. Yep, and as we mentioned, Eunos is picking up that red candle on the coast, going to ladder clip in. And Captain Green is into level 6.
For that nice quick Triforce. Well,
all right, now where's
all the
where's
dungeons
Eunos
are going to be this easy.
Yeah. Where's Eunos heading here? He is going in to, I have a hard time, level 1.
Yeah. Two items, of course, in one. One on the ground, one under a staircase. Bow and heart container. I'd be curious if he's routing the heart container in for a little bit extra defense.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he is or not.
I think you could actually make a compelling case against it just for keeping beams on any up A's.
Yeah, if when you up an A and kill yourself, and you have 3 hearts, you will immediately have beams. And Eunos is no stranger to low percent runs of the vanilla game. It doesn't surprise me if he wants to do some low percent randomizer as well. Captain Green finishing up level 2. And is going to be probably chasing down that red candle as well.
Yeah, pretty similar routing, except for Captain Green going for the recorder first.
Yeah, it's just a matter of doing level 5 before 7. That's the only differences we've seen right now. Eunos putting the red candle to work here in this room in level 1, and you didn't catch it, but that was the bow room, so he does have the bow now.
That's certainly worth investing time in. Of course, with Ganon required, we need bow, we need silvers.
Yep, and Eunos is now, I think he's going to skip the heart container. I think he is going into probably one of the harder rooms in the game here in level 1. 5 blue whiz robes and takes the death. Oof.
It's quick to get back to, so it's not horribly costly, but it's just not going to feel good.
Yep, and we saw the recorder use already on Captain Green's side from the coast. And I didn't see actually where he went right now. I was kind of watching Eunos' screen on the death.
Let's see.
Looks like he is in level 8. Yeah. Good early red ring. That could help out in this room of level 1.
These blue whiz robes are apparently a little high on their HP as well. Or just not being friendly with the wood sword.
Yeah, they are not. And Eunos missing a bomb there, but this is a required room. As you see that shutter door, that's where they're going through. So Captain Green valuing a bit of the safer, I think, strat of getting that red ring before having to dive that room. I wonder how much of the kind of off routing that's going to be time wise, and how much that one death that Eunos made, can it cover the routing maybe difference that Captain Green is doing to go pick up that red ring. Eunos is out of level 1 though.
It'll be very fascinating to see how that room goes for Captain Green with the red ring instead.
Eunos, I believe that was a forced drop. He was very careful not to get hit there. So I think Eunos had a count going and did that forced bomb right there before he is entering level 5 for his recorder in Triforce.
That's part of the game when you're going to play it at the highest level. You got to be able to get the bombs when the game doesn't want to cooperate.
Wait a minute. Look at Captain Green's cheating. He just went through the wall. What is that?
Oh, second quest walls. That'll happen.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, we have second quest rooms and second quest walls on here in this randomizer race. And so you saw some second quest mechanics. You also see some second quest enemies coming through. You see red and blue bubbles. Those red bubbles can be very pesky moving forward.
Yeah, we haven't really seen them in a horrible spot yet, but they can be problematic if they're in the wrong room.
Mm-hmm. It's pretty much the reason I do not like running second quest as like the vanilla game. It's really demoralizing to get like 20 minutes into the run and lose it by just taking a one bop to a red bubble at the wrong time.
Captain Green picked up the extra heart. He's at 4 now.
Yeah, Routes and a heart. That's interesting. But again, he has the red ring, so he's not going to take as much damage. So he can probably get back up to full health a bit easier.
Also, with the red ring, you're a little less likely to get bumped off your full health.
Indeed. So Captain Green, I believe, just finished up level 3 or 4? 4. And he is moving into level 3 here. I believe Eunos is making his way over to that area as well. Unfortunately, missing a little bit of a screen scroll. And wow, 2 dungeons with
almost in
one room Triforces. That's crazy.
3 Triforces now to go for Eunos, 2 for Captain Green. Leaving 1 for last, so those whiz robes still ahead of him.
Yeah, interesting. Eunos is into level 8. I want to see if he's going to pick up the red ring. Looks like he is. It's right on the way. Like, it's going to cost you about 12 to 15 seconds in order to get this, and it could save your butt later on.
It just seems to me like on 3 hearts that almost is an essential pickup.
Yeah.
And there he will retain it.
So I believe... Go ahead.
So far, it seems like Captain Green's route has paid off. Just the biggest thing will be that wizard room. As far as combat we've seen.
Eunos missed that key. He went up for it and then missed it. I don't know if that was on purpose, but he went up for that key and he missed it.
One thing about this scene, we've not needed many keys.
True, but I hope but you're gonna route your keys perfectly. So I really hope that doesn't, he notices it and it doesn't hurt him. Because yeah, he definitely missed it.
And he actually, wasn't he the runner who left 1 behind?
No, Captain Green had left 1 behind on the floor. So yeah, it's just going to be interesting to see if that comes back. Captain Green is into level 1 this is, yes, and is going up towards that blue Wizrobe room here. Gets his bombs ready.
Now he has the red ring where Eunos did not. It's looking to be a little bit better shape so far, down to the last Wizrobe. And he will first try clear this room.
Yeah, nicely done. So Eunos finished up level 4. He's moving on to level 3 here. Or, excuse me, he finished up level 8. He's moving on to level 4. And yeah, it looks like Captain Green has got the edge for sure. That death, a bit punishing. And just the power of that earlier red ring might propel him.
I actually think the recorder might have been the biggest difference maker in this. Captain Green was able to use that warp to his advantage.
That is true.
That perhaps saved a few screen transitions over Eunos as well. These flags have been... The flags in the concept have been very friendly to Captain Green. He's definitely established himself as a force in them.
Yeah, indeed. Ooh, Eunos using a bomb. And yeah, Captain Green is already into level 9 here. Eunos still has to get his Triforce out of level 3 and level 4. This is pretty substantial. And you're right, this is more than that, just that death.
Yeah, that death would have accounted for 20, 30 seconds at absolute most. It's just been very well routed.
Yeah, and Eunos was out of bombs, as Chad is mentioning, but he did get his drop there, so he can now. That was pretty fortunate. He can now get into level 3.
There's the silvers in 9. Eunos with the full Triforce now.
And we've got that white sword in here, but I have a feeling that neither of these runners are going to get that.
Well, it could speed up your Ganon. I guess it would depend on how far out of the way it was.
Yeah, if it's like right in your way with no combat, it might be worth it. But even on a stun lock Ganon, it's not going to cost you more than 12 seconds for the difference that it is. And with red ring in hand, it's a bit easier to say, nah, I don't need that. This might be the fastest one yet. We are 15.5 minutes in, and in go mode on Captain Green's side. This is ridiculous.
And of course, he knows where Ganon is. No need to worry about Zelda being the hide-and-seek champion of Hyrule. 1543, Eunos gets in here.
And Captain Green, Ganon in his room. Look at this.
Oh, well, this just wasn't random enough. We need to re-roll it.
Ooh, does take a Hyrule driver. He can only do 3 more of those. Ooh, took another couple hits, but he's got the stun lock.
Had a little bit of trouble setting it up, but now seems to be solid on it.
There it goes.
Yeah, Ganon down. Perfect stun lock. You do not see Ganon's pose change.
Yeah, and Eunos right behind, picking up his silvers, but it is just not going to be enough. Captain Green is going straight to Zelda's room.
This was a 1.5-minute difference on the entry into 9, so that's just Captain Green had the better route through the overworld. He got that red ring faster via the recorder, and it seems like that combination really paid off well. It let him clear the dungeons out faster.
Yeah. And there's the shutter door that opens, and Captain Green is the champion of Router's Relish. My gosh. In there with a time of 17:09. That is really fast, even for these.
rescues the princess just as Eunos gets into the room to take on Ganon.
Yep, and Eunos having a bit of a hard time getting that lock going. He's down a heart to what Captain Green had, but now has a good pattern to keep going with. If he can get a left side spawn, please. Nope.
Ganon,
No
strangely
left side
enough, does not
spawns.
want to cooperate today.
Nope. There we go. He's got a little bit of a lock going.
And I believe Captain Green is with us now. GG.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, what a wonderful showing. It was there was just like some slight deviations in the route from what we saw. You did level 5 first to get the recorder earlier to put to use, whereas Eunos didn't do that. Eunos went to level 7 first to get the ladder and did the northeast. And yeah, between that and the red ring, I think it made the difference in level 1 because he did level 1 ringless.
Yeah, that was too scary for me. I mean, my heart's already beating fast enough as it is, and I pretty much doing level 1 last was a no-brainer for me.
Yeah, we were just discussing that, and it just the route paid off. Sometimes I don't know if it was. It's hard to say that it was necessarily faster, but it was definitely the one that won.
Yeah, I mean, again, I was just trying to be as safe as possible still, although when you're heads up against Eunos, that's why you didn't see me pick up any, like, only 1 additional heart this time, and no potions, nothing like that.
You actually
the
didn't get the bomb
safest but
drops
still
the
strongest
first
time possible.
You didn't get the bomb drops the first time. Was that a concern, or did you know there was enough enemies along the way you're probably going to get it?
Yeah, I had the route to level 5 has 4 bomb chances, so odds are very, very good that you will get one. And even if you don't, then you just up A, and it's probably costs like 15 seconds, but it's not the worst thing in the world. The hardest part, I think, of this route was keeping my count up to force bombs, because I had to do that a lot along the way.
Yeah, and Eunos finishing up here with a time of 18:54, about a minute 50-second difference between you two. What a great tournament and a great showing by both Eunos and Captain Green. We are joined by Eunos. Wow, like what a quick race. This might have been one of the I haven't seen every week, but this might have been one of the quickest that I've seen. Is that true?
Yeah, I think Captain Green's time in this was probably. I don't know if we had maybe one that was faster than this.
I don't know offhand. This was a pretty quick seed, at least because of all the Triforces that were very early in levels.
That was almost the same margin at the end as it was entering 9. Eunice, you made the decision to go for ladder first while Green went recorder first.
I didn't ever really do any testing on this seed to see if this was faster than that. Like, I initially did Canana key that door, but I decided I wasn't going to do it in the race.
And I wanted to ask you real quick, it was one level where there was a spike, there was a double spike room. They were in the center, and there was a key in the center. And you went up and you kind of gave it a stare down, but you didn't actually grab that key. Was that a mistake, or was that did you have to route something in later? It's kind of hard to tell.
No, I didn't need that key.
Okay.
I probably didn't even need the key that I picked up before that, but one of my backups was going to be in level 8 if I was short on bombs, that I could just go sideways and spend 2 keys. So that would so those 2 keys would have helped me do that, but I decided that I had enough bombs to finish until I missed a bomb.
Yeah.
Or misused a bomb, yeah.
Okay. It was just a curious thing where like he got really close to like he wanted to get it and then didn't, and we were hoping that wasn't gonna come back and be like, oh gosh, he's 1 room away from Zelda and can't get there, kind of thing.
So with this battle royal in the rearview mirror, what did you like about it? What would you maybe suggest for another round of the Router's Relish?
Captain, you got an opinion?
I don't know. I've enjoyed it for sure. maybe one. I think HN was talking about putting them together a league for it, for where you could just pop in whatever weeks you feel like. That sounds pretty cool.
Oh, for the routers. Like just strictly for the routers?
Yeah, like a routers league where like every week we'd roll a seed, and
That
it
seems
could be
neat.
different flags every time, something like that.
Yeah. Like I might do something like that. It was just more of a commitment every week to do routing every week is a bit much for some people. But if you can kind of pop in and out, that would be kind of neat. Eunos, how about you?
Oh, yeah, this is a cool idea. 9 weeks, even, or 8 weeks is too long for me still.
Yeah, that's one of the deterrents I had in trying to sign up for this one, was just the amount of work that you two have put into this each and every week. It shows, and your top two here, Captain getting the win and 9 points. He is already qualified, I believe. This is just like icing on the cake that you are already qualified for the Tournament of Champions that's going to start up in November of this year. Eunos getting some nice points up into that, but I'm not sure with your point structure that it's an automatic in, but so far. But definitely can get into that last chance qualifier if you're so interested to get into the Tournament of Champions as well.
Sweet.
So yeah, I just want to say thanks to our runners here. Eunos and Captain Green put on a really quick and great showing. And thanks to Zarnax42 for organizing this tournament on behalf of the Zelda 1 Randomizer Battle Royale series. Trenton, I'll let you take us out.
Okay, I'll just tack on to that a big thanks to J.K. Allen for doing the restreaming tonight, Randomania for hosting us, and each and every one of you who joined us this evening.